Okay, so saga over. Camp saga finished. Everything on track. Got a phone call today from the assistant principal, who is also apparently the integration or special aid person, asking me to come in because I wrote a really, really strongly worded email yesterday, mildly losing my shit at how many people were trying to control this. Remember yesterday I said there's just too many cooks in the kitchen, they're spoiling the broth, blah blah blah. So anyway, I sent this email yesterday going, this is how it's going to be, because they tried to get me to be his aide. They tried to get me to be his aide at the camp, and I was like, that's ridiculous. Anyway, I get this phone call today from this guy, and he's like, can you come in? We really need to sit. We really need to talk about this. And I was like, yes, we really do. But then I was kind of like, oh God, there's another person getting involved. This is like the fourth or fifth person that is getting involved in this whole thing. And so I get there, and the first thing he does, he goes, I just want to say sorry. He goes, I'm so sorry. He goes, and he used the word, he goes, this is a fuck up beyond belief. He goes, I read your email yesterday and I knew I had to get you in here. He said, it is ridiculous how many people have done what they've done and said what they've said. He goes, firstly, it's like above their pay grade to even say these things. Like, the person who said that she wanted you to be the aide at the school camp, and we just wouldn't get an aide. He goes, that's ridiculous. We already have an aide organised. That was set. We knew that was set. And I said, well, I thought that was set too. But apparently she was looking, and I said, I didn't know if it was about funding or what. And he goes, no, that's disgusting. And he's like typing away. He's like, I'm gonna fix that. And then I told him about the guy who said about when I said about if anybody asks why Bo has an aide, or if anybody asks why why he's not participating in something or this or that, or why he's not sleeping there, just say it's because he has autism. And the guy's like, oh, okay. He goes, yeah, we would have just said that anyway. And I was like, oh, well, that's really interesting, because you actually need, like, according to legislation, the privacy policy, you're not allowed to do that. You have to actually have my permission to be able to do that. You can't just volunteer that information. He goes, well, I don't know what school you've been at, but that's not the way we work. And I'm like, dude, it's not about the way you work, it's law. Like, the privacy policy is that teachers are not allowed to discuss other children's situations with other kids or other parents. That's legislation. That's the privacy policy. And he's like, well, we don't do that. Anyway, I told this guy, this assistant principal, and he just went white, like, and he's writing it down, and he's like, I just gotta say sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm just so sorry. He goes, here's the thing. We're just gonna do everything you want. Just tell me what you want and we're gonna do it. I'm like, I just want someone to listen to what I have to say. And that is, I know my kid. I know what the problem is. I want him to rock up to school. I want him to go to camp on the bus, just like all the other kids. I will pick him up at the end of the day. He can sleep with me. I will drop him off in the morning for breakfast. He can spend the whole day doing all the rest of the stuff. He's got his aide. He'll be fine. I will pick him up. He can sleep with me. Then I will drop him off, and he can come back on the bus just like all the other kids. The only difference is he will have his aide, who I want him to meet. And the guy's on the phone. He's like, bring the aide down here now. We want to meet him right now. Awesome. This guy is awesome. This is what I expected. So the guy was like, there's some good news and there's some not so good news. the good news is we've sorted all this out, and I'm happy to be your one person. Like, we need to get rid of everybody else that all think that they are the head honcho of all of this. And we need to just have one person managing this situation. You have one person to speak to. You have one person that has to answer to you. You have one person. I was like, that is all I have wanted. And why I've had so many calls from like 5 or 6 different people all thinking that they're the ones that are the ones to do this, I don't know. And he's like, well, good news and bad news. He said, I'm happy to be that one person, which is exactly what I want, because this guy has his head like screwed on the right way. Believe it or not, any man that drops the F-bomb in the middle of like a parent meeting, he's my kind of guy. So then he goes, well, the good news is it can be me. The bad news is I'm really busy. And I said, you know what? I said, if we set this up right, like if we actually set this up right, I shouldn't need to call you. I should send an email here, an email back. You know, if I really need, I can set up a meeting. But this shouldn't be something where, you know, I have to walk in and slam my fist down on the desk, because it should be pre-organized. Like, this is just silly the way things are going. And he was like, you know what? You're right. You and me were on the same path. I agree. I'm going to do everything that you said that we're going to do. Everything's going to be sorted out. And we called Bo in. He met the aide. Bo is now... Hey, Bo, how do you feel about camp now? Yeah?
Yeah.
And how's Mr. McRobinson? He seems nice.
Yeah.
He seems really funny. He seems like he's a good guy. Are you going to make him go in the raft? Totally, I reckon you should make him go in the raft. I totally reckon you should make him go in the raft. Yeah.
I know, but if you were going to be my aide, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
No, I understand that, but I can't be your aide, sweetheart. That's not my job. I have other jobs, and I have to do those jobs. I know you wouldn't have a problem with it. That's really not the point. You having a problem with me being your aide is not what it's about. It's about the fact that the school has the funding to provide an aide, and that's his job. His job is to be your aide, not me. Yeah. I'm going to be there for sleepover time. You are going to be there with all the kids. No other kids are going to have their mums there, are they? No, you don't want to stand out like that. You don't want to be the only kid with their mum there. You want Mr. McRobinson. He seems really funny. And if you have any problems at school, you can always find Mr. McRobinson. Because I'm not going to be there.
Yeah.
Silly for me to be there.
Yeah.
All right. How are we feeling about camp? So much better. And it's on Monday, so stay tuned, babies. I'm going to have a big, long drive up to Phillip Island, so I'm going to be like...